First at 10 tonight, the celebrations at Pride festivals across Tennessee were just a little louder today. A federal judge has overturned and blocked the first of its kind law passed by the state legislature to criminalize certain drag performances. In his ruling, Judge Thomas Parker, appointed by former President Trump, called the law unconstitutionally vague and substantially overbroad, adding it encourages discrimination. And in that ruling, he invoked one of Tennessee's most iconic performers. Listen to this. Elvis Presley. The judge describes a scenario where a female Elvis impersonator wears a revealing but not obviously obscene costume, then performs music or jokes on a stage in a place where minors are allowed. He writes, quote, "One could argue, as the defendant does, that the individual belongs in the same category as topless dancers or strippers, but is that necessarily so?" He goes on to say, what if the Elvis impersonator does not dance? She would clearly be a male impersonator. So tonight we are hearing from the plaintiffs in the case, also Friends of George's, the Memphis-based LGBTQ theater company who sued the state over the law in March. They say state leaders are accusing them of grooming children, something they say they would never do.
We're not trying to be go-go dancers or press an agenda or anything. We're just entertaining people. There's still hatred out there being infused into these little silly laws, and that's scary.
On the flip side, we're also hearing from State Senate Majority Leader Jack Johnson tonight. He's the Franklin Republican who co-sponsored the original bill. In a statement, Johnson says the ruling is perplexing, and he hopes Attorney General Jonathan Skrmetti will appeal. This all comes with Pride Month now underway, starting in June. Today was Franklin's Pride Festival. Our Sharon Danquah was there this afternoon, where supporters and protesters had a lot to say.
I'm getting a mix of emotions and viewpoints. Some people tell me they came to celebrate love, while others say they came to have a conversation. It's an event filled with music, pride, food, and fun, something Jessie Castaldi says she could hardly wait to experience.
It's exciting to see it happen. It was exciting to be inside of there and just be celebrated.
After spending weeks struggling to get Franklin city leaders to approve this year's festival permit, dozens of people like Castaldi rushed to Harlansdale Park to celebrate.
I just decided to come down here and first of all be supported and also to support other people.
But not everyone came to support.
God demonstrated his love.
I have a hard time when I'm walking through or when I'm driving to something like this and seeing a sign like repent from someone who doesn't even really know me.
So she walked right up to speak her mind, and Erasmus Villavicencio did the same.
We stand as, God created man and woman to create a life, and I don't necessarily have to agree with what they do, but at the same thing, it is a spiritual warfare for our country and our nation, just that whole LGBT community.
It's a message Castaldi says she knows all too well.
I grew up as a Christian, actually, and know the Bible well. I've been to seminary.
And she strongly disagrees with Villavicencio, but not just on celebrating pride.
I think that drag is art and artistry.
Something Tennessee lawmakers tried to limit, but a judge is now deemed unconstitutional under freedom of speech.
I honestly don't agree with it. I mean, I don't think we should have little kids watching drag queens.
While Villavicencio says he disagrees, he didn't come to spread hate.
I mean, I love every person. Don't get me wrong. I love people, and I love getting to know them.
There are those of us who are different, and we're just celebrating our most unique selves.
The festival is free of charge and something people tell me they plan to fight for every year. For WSMV4, I'm Sharon Danquah.